In this guide, you're gonna learn one tip for every rank in Brawl Stars. Starting in bronze rank, now this is where we all start and your first games are gonna be against bots, not even real players. So if you know the very basics of the game, if you know the controls, you should be good to go. And I personally don't know anyone who's actually stuck in bronze rank, but you know, there might be someone. My tip to you would be ignore rank for now, okay? Focus on ladder, learn some new brawlers, just play the game for a bit and you will get to silver very easily. Now my tip to silver players, and again the tips will get more sophisticated as we move on, so stay to the end of this video. Don't play Edgar. The reason why you see him a lot in this low elo is because he's very strong. You can just press your gadget, you'll get your super automatically. You can jump on people, spam auto aim and you will win the game. The problem is it doesn't teach you anything. You don't know how to dodge, you have no idea how to position yourself, and these are all very key fundamental skills you should learn. Especially aiming, right? You need to practice aiming from the start. And if you play assassins like Edgar all the time, you won't know these basics and you might get through silver, but you're gonna be stuck in like the diamond range maximum. Next up is gold rank, and we have the first positioning strat on this list: play in 3 lanes. Now look what my mates are gonna do. You see this? Everyone is running mid, and this is in like high gold elo, by the way. Now what you should do when both of your mates are going mid is go lane, so you have one lane to pinch. The reason I'm mid here is because I know my Ali's gonna jump over the wall, my Lily's gonna go in the realm or do something, you know, not that smart, and then Derek can just run in and score. And this is exactly what happens. You can see if I'm standing left or right now, Derek would just be able to score. So this is kind of a special case, I should say, but usually you should go lane if everyone else goes mid. And this applies all the time. As you can see in this next scene, I see my teammate Ali is already in mid. So I get the ball, I won't go mid, I'll go left. Never mind, I won't even get the ball, I'll just go left. So we have one on every lane and now I can pinch mid. And here again, my team is respawning, both of my teammates are going left. There's no reason for me to go left as well. I can go right and I can pinch. You see this? They are going left, I'm going right, and we have a nice pinch. And this skill doesn't require intense thinking or anything, it's just something you should practice. Keep it in the back of your mind next time you're playing ranked, especially for all the newer players out there. And just as a side note, most of the tips I'm giving here don't apply just to ranked, right? You can use them in your ladder games, in map maker games if you like map maker. They're just tips to help you get better generally, right? They don't apply only to ranked. Moving on to diamond, and this is where the push starts to get a little more difficult. Now my tip for this rank is patience. And I don't mean patience in the same way an esports player needs to know patience, but don't just run in aimlessly and die. All you see in the lower ranks is someone respawning, going in, pressing auto and maybe getting a kill and dying again. And in this rank you should start to think about everything you do. Why am I doing it? How am I doing it? You can see my Frank is actually displaying patience quite decently. He kills Kenji and then instead of just chilling and healing up, he decides to go in. He does pull 2 people, but he dies, and this is what I mean, just, you know, calm down. And as you can see, Nita is running aimlessly at a Mr. P on the open side of the map. And this is what I mean, especially in this elo, it's not that fast paced that you don't have time to think. You can just take a moment in the bush, think about what your next play is gonna be. In this case, should the Nita attack me, and she probably does know I have more range, on the open part of the map with no walls, anything, or should she use the walls and use the bush, try to sneak up on me and attack me that way? Now if there's any new players, the ladder is obviously the better option. Moving on to the next rank, we have a very big one, Mythic rank. Now if you're a Mythic player, I think you're above average. And the most important tip I can give to all of you guys is don't waste your supers. Now again, it might sound far too simple, it might sound very obvious, and it is obvious to be honest, but people waste their supers so much. Just watch this game of ladder right here, but everyone is at least legendary rank, just to be clear. Watch what they do with their supers. Okay, so I kind of played on standby mode so we can analyze my mates a little better. Buzz has a pull, Mortis has a super, what are they gonna do? Okay, so Buzz wasted, you see, wasted super, he's kind of useless now, he's still good against Mortis. Goes in on me when I have my shield, no reason. The enemy Mortis is still bush camping, has his super. What is he gonna do? Doesn't use it. Okay, but you saw a good super from my Rico and it kind of gave us the goal. Same for my Mortis. Okay, let's continue. Enemy boss, hypercharge. I could save my mate, I could give him the shield, it wouldn't do a lot. I rather save myself. Horrible pass by the enemy Rico. Now what is their Mortis gonna do? Missed super. You see the enemy Rico, what is he gonna do? Wasted super again. Now, boss can't really kill me because I'm one shot to my shield, so let's see what he's gonna do here. And he goes in on me, another wasted super. Good super from my Rico, good super from my Mortis again. You see, this game's actually very similar, right? Two of the three brawlers are the same, both teams have a Mortis and a Rico, but we use our supers way better than they did. Now the next rank, legendary rank. If you are legendary, you are definitely above average at the game. But most players, and this is the biggest issue, and this is gonna be my tip for your rank, learn how to draft. That's what you need to do if you're legendary, learn how to draft. So we're gonna queue in a game right here, we're gonna analyze the draft in legendary. The bans don't matter that much, the bans only really matter when you have really overpowered brawlers. But in this elo, most players don't have them upgraded to level 11, so you can't really pick them. So the bans don't matter that much. Now pick, we could go for something control based, a good flex pick in this meta, especially Gus or Amber. He goes for max, it's kind of fine. Let's see what the enemy goes for. He goes for a Maisie, absolutely horrible pick. Now the reason Maisie is so bad into max is you can't hit your shots, okay? It's way too hard to hit your shot, and keep in mind the map is pinhole punt. So the entire center of the map is covered in bush, which makes it extremely difficult to hit shots with Maisie, especially against fast brawlers, quick brawlers such as Max. Now let's see what his mate goes. Stu. I don't like it that much. Stu is a good brawler, good flex pick meaning flexible pick. However, Stu is really low DPS, and you guys might be saying, but Guru, Maisie is high DPS. It's kind of 50-50, it really depends on how the player plays, right? On brawlers such as Amber, you're always gonna get high damage because it's extremely easy to play. On Maisie, that's not the case. Stu has no idea how his teammate's gonna play, and right now the matchup, it's kind of reliant on how Maisie plays. So what are we gonna go into this? My teammate is suggesting me Charlie. This is kind of a rare occasion, actually a good suggestion from my mate. And I am gonna go Charlie because I have a great gadget against Stu and Maisie, so I can block their shots, right? They don't have any area damage. I outrange both of them, I have decent DPS, and I'm good against tanks with my super. Okay, and last pick, I don't like Cordelius, I don't like Daryl. I saw him flashing Finks. I'm a big fan of the Finks, especially on this map. You have a TP, great mobility, and we have a max, and we have high damage. All around really good comp if he goes Finks. And he does lock it in, so what are they gonna go for last? Pretty much an insta-lock Mortis, absolutely no sense. Okay, we have a max dash and a lot of speed of course, so it's hard to catch up. We have a Finks, high damage and teleport, and we have a Charlie with a super and high DPS in close range, so going Mortis here is just a horrible pick. This brings me to the next tip, to the tip for master games. You need to know your role. And what I mean by this is not just which brawler you're gonna play against in the game, but what you're going to use your utility for, your super and your gadgets. And what you can see in this matchup, my gadget is insanely good against Stu and Maisie because I can block their shots, but I need to keep my super for Mortis. And the reason for this is, in this elo, you know, even though Max and Finks are good against Mortis, I don't know how my teammates will play. So there's a chance the Mortis kind of skill diffs them and gets a double kill or doesn't, or ZM trick or something. So I need to be there to save the day, and that's what my super is for. So I'm gonna save my super just for Mortis. Kinda missed pass from my teammate, but it doesn't really matter, it's fine. I have my super, should be a free score, and you can see I'm not using it on Stu, I'm using my gadget instead. I'm holding on to my super, and now I should be able to score. And this is really important in master games, because in master lobbies, you're gonna know the comps for every map, for every mode, and there are gonna be a lot of different strategies. So let's say you pick Miko on Kaboom Cannon or Bridge Shufar. You need to know your objective, right? You need to know your role in the game. Shoot the safe, don't go for enemy kills. So that's a very important thing, and if you know it well, it will definitely increase your rank and help you get to pro. So I guess as a summary again to all the masters player, what you should do is think about your role in the draft, or I guess after you pick the brawler, think about exactly what you're gonna do in the game. So if you're playing Ollie against the Kit Daryl, let's say in some knockout map, you know you're gonna save your gadget for the Daryl with the Kit, right? You know that's your role. So think about those things beforehand, so it's easier for you in the game. Now last but not least, pro rank, and I know there are quite a few pro rank players watching my video, so if you are one of them, shout out to you. And my tip to you would be stop playing ranked. The only reason why you would ever want to play ranked, in my opinion, is to practice a new brawler, let's say Kosa in recent history, right? Practice how to play against good opponents. Apart from that, focus on scrims, okay? Get your team and scrim 1 or 2 times a day. If you have time in holiday, maybe even more than that, and try to improve your team chemistry, because team synergy is the main skill that sets apart a low esport team and a high esport team. So that was one tip for every rank in Brawl Stars. I hope I could help some of you guys reach a new highest rank, maybe in the next season. It's gonna start in a couple of days. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.